We are at the printmaking station. I'm going to show you about the different linoleum carving tools and linoleum and how to cut your linoleum. So these boxes you can find right over here. Oops. There we go. Those are right on top of that, next to your printmaking station. And there will be 3 different kinds of tools in here. They all look the same, but if you look closely, you'll see that they are different. First, there is the V shape. If you take a look at the end, it is sharp like a V. This is to take out the smallest amount of linoleum, or to have the thinnest line. And then you have the U shape. The U, softer, is about the medium size. This will take out a little bit thicker of a line than the V. And then there is the big fatty. Now you can see how wide that is, can't you? And this is to take out the biggest or the thickest line when you're doing backgrounds and things for your linoleum. Now this is a scrap piece of linoleum that you can find on the side right next to where I'm sitting. And it's really, really important to listen up to these directions because it can be dangerous, but as long as you follow these directions, you won't get hurt. So I'm just going to show you some variations in the lines, but when you do it yourself, there's a little bit of a different process to cutting out. But for now, I'm just going to show you the different tools. So here's the V. When you cut, you always want to cut away from yourself. I'm actually going to use this side because we've already got some stuff taken out. So I'm going to hold my hand here using my right hand because I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, then use your left hand and hold with your right hand, whichever is more comfortable. And I'm going to slightly push down, and then it just kind of slides across. Real easy. And that took out that chunk. That was the V, the smallest. Now here's the U. Again, I'm going to put my hand down here, starting on this side, and cut across. Oops. And you can always stop and start at the same one. And if it gets a little bit deep, then you can just pull it. And you can see the difference between the thinner line and now a little bit thicker. And now we've got the big fat U. Again, I'm going to hold my hand down. I'm always cutting away from myself. And I'm going to show you a trick when it comes to curves and everything like that next. And that slides so nicely. And that is the thickest line. So can you see the difference between all 3? Not a lot, but when you are trying to cut out the background, for example, it's really nice to use the big one. And when you're trying to do small details, then it's really nice to use the thin one. However, say I want to cut a curved line, okay? Then instead of turning my hand awkwardly, I'm going to always keep my hand towards myself, away from the linoleum cutting tool, and turn the linoleum to how I need it. So let me show you. So maybe I want to, since we've already got this drawn out, I'm just going to follow this here. Can you see okay? All right, yeah, it should be okay. So now I'm cutting away from myself by cutting like this, And instead of trying to turn my hand, I'm just going to turn the linoleum just slightly. And I can continue to cut. And then continue to turn the linoleum so that wherever I am, my hand is always going away from me. So that is much easier to do and safer than trying to move your hand like this. And then what's going to happen? You're cutting towards yourself and you could hurt yourself. So please, please, please be careful with that. Whatever you cut out is what's not going to be printed. And what you do not cut, this space that we did not cut, that's what is going to be printed, whatever color you choose out of all of those different inks we have there. So when we do a printmaking project, then we'll work on that and think about using those opposites. But for now, here's just a few tidbits on how to use these tools.